Hi there! If you found yourself here, you obviously want to know more about how to speak up and protect the environment. Why don't you watch the Baxu and the Giants movie before we take a look at why you need to care for the environment?
Nekubeb ke sada ditamahan. Nepke kwib hina datani haba. Sada kohan kwen aroma. The earth is not ours. It is a treasure we hold in trust for future generations. My name is Baxu. That means I come from the soil. And we came from the soil. My ancestors did not own the land they lived on. They were part of it, and they shared the land with the giants of the savannah. They lived off the land, and the animals on it. My people always lived this way until men came from far away and filled their minds with greed. And now my people started hunting for money. So we became desperate and hungry. And we stayed in our communities, working, hustling, trying to make a living. And then, one day, everything changed. My name is Baxu. I come from the soil.
Baxu.
Baxu. On my duty. Come. Oma, I go.
Baxu.
Kenapa ada Oma?
Moro-moro piriro.
Later, Boki.
Later, Donkey. Hi, Oma. Wakey, wakey. Ako weda ko kuru bado.
Baxu. Baxuro.
Hi, Oma. Sadut pam kabro dit kare tabanya. Hari idan anudu. Idu chest ka tabanya.
Da aukare kusa. Kai dire. Ja. Aukara gogo.
Nissan Navara 2018 2.5 liter turbo diesel.
How do you know how a Nobara sounds like?
Navara. I was in Windhoek with my father, watch and learn.
Salud. Away, Boki.
Awe donkey.
Hey, you know what I saw today? A couple of desert elephants just up the mountain near the dam.
Wow.
And what's happening here? What's the village news?
In fact, something happened.
Tell me everything.
And he closes his door, curtains, everything. A bit later, the men walk out, drive off.
Kaine kata.
Deal is deal. Si masadu si us get quick credit rank embassy.
Ne 10 rand ke so beso tu kai karitsne. Oma. Kain ko ispahu.
Baxu, there is danger coming. You're the only one that can save us.
Hare biriro, urire. Urire. Mare.
Evenings. Awe Boki.
Our donkey. Did you see any animals today?
Yes, today I saw 3 orcs, 2 zebras, or in the best part, 2 rhinos. And what's happening here?
This afternoon, he left, so I went over there to take a peek. I don't know what yet, but he's hiding something.
Oh, Detective Baxu on the case. Let me go talk to him. Maybe he'll tell me what's going on. Put in water. I'll be back just now.
Sekadama ba go tsekgang o ya ratsi. Sa kare ke rang wa kada. Kada.
Mom, the Junida Eben.
Horota.
Look who's talking.
Ba go tskin no se ni ha. I've got an askan kai man ngata kai to ita khasga.
Sadu. So the guy comes in.
And did he tell you what the man wanted?
Maybe there's an opportunity. Maybe there'll be money.
Money for what?
For us, eat pepper food, get a working stove.
We have everything we need.
Night, Baxu.
Hey!
I'll be back now, Baxu.
Are you not going to work today?
There's something I have to do. Quiero, miss. Okay.
Is anyone here?
Baxu, e baguro se.
Tare durang swasa iba sita ku.
Sa de khude ke be. Kunda griden. Kunz kuma khabe mus. Is khora ga kuru twana khona.
Khafi tege sita haba tu oma.
Hey, Pocky. I'm sorry I was out so late.
Where did you get the money to buy all of this?
You asked me too many questions, Detective Baxu.
I'm posting a drama. Someone was going to play. Sabi no, mira bane bachana ka translate exhibit. Mes, tus koma. Therapy birdi. Yep, can you make it? Hey, now we get therapy. They're coming on the cow and they're coming on the coming.
Kata, misensa.
Yo, kom jy die dware?
Dit kan nie verwees nie. As jy dit vanmiddag gesien het.
'n Young bel. 25 kilos van hier af noord toe.
Baxu,
Where are you? I can't see you.
we're almost gone. Please save us.
I want to, but I don't know how.
You will, Baxu.
Die spore is nog vars. Ons moet van hier af stap.
Odas ngadan onwa.
Let's expose. Most of the game matter is ma. Kan Maria Tsikau. Sam umro kan ngurun. Kalau tidak kini sing kau. Tas ka. Mesti tas ko se ka kan sini.
Wag. Dis staan daar voorkant onder die boom.
Kata,
Baxu, what the hell are you doing here?
what are you doing here?
Lester,
Kata, let's do something about.
You're not supposed to be here.
And you? Are you a killer now?
Baxu, I had no choice.
What choice?
Untuk rusak kalau sana aku dia akan mesti.
Baxu, no!
Don't shoot! Please! Jangan, Don't shoot!
Ang ay buhay na daw ke. Kawin ni si Usi, si Jaus na ba?
Oma went with Oka Recep to go look for you. Baxu, I'm sorry, but I'm not doing this for me. I'm doing it for us. Aren't you tired of eating pap every day? And me having to work so hard just to survive? Don't you want a proper education? A future? In the city?
This is home. And we haven't been raised to be murderers. And what if there are no more rhinos left to kill? What will you do then? You need to tell the police what you did.
Baxu.
Baxu. Oh, udah kita itu masa sudah dikis. Kiri. Kami kan ya kasih kita sama. Baxu.
I swear, I didn't say anything. I wanted to, but I couldn't.
Didn't have to. I did.
What?
I should have listened to you. I'm sorry.
I don't want to lose you.
I don't want to lose you either. But what I did was wrong. Listen, Baxu. I'm gonna make this right somehow. And I'll need your help. Maybe I won't be
My brother told me that he was just one of many young men from the villages hired to kill rhinos. And while they make just enough money to get by, the people that sell the horns to customers overseas get rich. Of us, of our animals, of our country. Our community changed, like so many other communities, hunting for profit without respect for nature. Tati repiriro. But sometimes all it takes is a reminder of one's roots. Sometimes it takes a second chance to change things for the better. And sometimes it just takes one person to make a difference. My name is Baxu. I come from the soil. I am the fields, the plants, the animals. The mighty Kunene River flows through my veins. I am earth.
Did you know that the state has a duty to protect our natural resources? This is to ensure for the well-being of our people today and for a healthy environment for future generations. The Constitution says that the state should maintain the ecosystem, the ecological processes, and the biological diversity. They should use natural resources sustainably for the benefit of the Namibian people. How would they do that? By monitoring and evaluating the environmental impact of activities that are harmful to the environment on a regular basis, and by making responsible decisions. So what is the environment? The environment would include all plants, animals, air, soil, water, and all living and non-living organisms that live in harmony together. Unfortunately, there are human activities that harm the environment and threatens the existence of human life. These activities include deforestation, dumping chemicals into the ocean, plastic production, emission of greenhouse gases, water pollution, overfishing, destroying freshwater aquifers, overhunting, exploitation, genetic modifications, and it also includes destroying wildlife, which is an activity that we are discussing today. There is no planet B. We need to take care of what we have. Namibia have special laws for protecting the environment and wildlife. For the environment, we have the Environmental Management Act. The Environmental Management Act of 2007 deals with the protection of the environment and the ecosystem generally. It also regulates the monitoring and evaluating processes of activities that could be harmful or have harmful impacts on the environment. The Forest Act 2001. This act deals with deforestation and the harvesting of forest products such as timber. We also have the Marine Resources Act of 2000 that looks at the ocean's ecosystem. Insofar as the protection of wildlife goes, Namibia has amended its Nature Conservation Ordinance in 2017. This ordinance provides for the conservation and management of wildlife and fishing in inland waters. There is also the Controlled Wildlife Products Trade Act, and as the name suggests, it regulates the trading of wildlife and wildlife products. The Prevention of Organized Crime Act deals with organized crime. Because wildlife crime is normally committed or associated with organized crimes, the Prevention of Organized Crime Act deals with the proceeds or the money collected from these illegal activities, such as the rhino horns in the Baxu movie. And finally, very often wildlife crimes are committed by persons who have no permits for the weapons that they possess. This will be dealt with under the Arms and Ammunition Act. Our rhino here seems to agree with us that poaching in Namibia is a serious problem. Did you know that in 1970, there were 65,000 black rhinos in the world, and today, 2023, there is only 5,000 left? For the past 8 years, Namibia has lost 589 rhinos to poaching, 342 elephants to poaching, and 465 pangolins were confiscated. And although these numbers do not sound that much, it does mean that if these animals are killed before being able to reproduce enough offspring, they will become extinct. Did you know that an elephant's pregnancy lasts up to 2 years and only 1 cub is born? In other words, if 3 elephants are killed within 2 years, only 1 is replaced at a time. Crime syndicates are groups of people involved in many different crimes at the same time. They normally have one leader that is probably sitting outside of Namibia and giving instructions. The leader normally gets a lot of money, while the criminals risk their lives and get paid much less compensation. These groups are very, very dangerous. It is very important to protect our wildlife, both animals and the plants, because they all form part of the ecosystem that provides us with clean air and a healthy environment. Here you can see that the rhino is telling us that they are very important grazers and that this helps with our beautiful African landscape. And that the African landscape actually assists other animals in order to give them proper shading and proper food to provide them nourishment to survive. So in Namibia, our wildlife have been classified according to the level of their protection required. The first classification is the specially protected game. They need special protection because they are nearing extinction. These animals include our hippo, our pangolin, our zebra, elephants, and of course our rhino. Our second classification includes protected game. These are our cheetahs, our leopards, our dik-dik, crocodiles, the python, the duiker, and our little bush baby. And number 3, huntable game or huntable game birds include our buffalo, our oryx, our warthog, our kudu, and many game birds and bush pigs. We also have a classification of protected plants. You can see the Welwitschia mirabilis that is indigenous to Namibia and grows in our desert. In Namibia, we have special institutions that protect wildlife and the natural resources. The first one that comes to mind is something called the conservancies. They were introduced in 1996 by our government, and they are there to manage and protect the wildlife and natural resources in communal areas. As the name suggests, they are from the community. There are currently 86 conservancies in only 20% of the country. Other institutions include law enforcement agencies such as the Namibian Police. They have a special unit called the Blue Rhino Task Force that can deal specifically with these hard and dangerous criminals. Other institutions is the Office of the Ombudsman, who is actually the spokesperson on behalf of the environment. Other institutions include civil society organizations such as NACSO and the Legal Assistance Center. We often assist community members to understand their rights and duties as the gatekeepers for natural resources in Namibia. Namibia also ratified certain international instruments that say that we must protect our natural resources. CITES is one such international instrument that Namibia has ratified. It's called the Convention of International Trade in Endangered Species. CITES regulates global trade of plants and animals. It can even agree to ban trade in extinct species between countries. CITES aims to combat criminal activities across borders. In order to export and import wildlife products, you have to have a CITES permit. Although we have the law and government to protect the environment, we also have a duty to protect the environment and wildlife. I know the first question that pops up in your mind is, how can I make a difference? How can I make a difference? I'm too young. Well, in addition to the little things that you can do, like using less plastic and closing a running tap, there are so much more that you can do. It goes without saying that you should assist the law enforcement agencies and report criminal activities that you know of. You should also speak up against threats that are harmful to the environment. We should constantly remind our government that their first decision should always be to protect the environment. You should always speak to an adult that you trust. We should always influence the adults to vote for parliamentarians who care for the environment. You should also ask your teacher what you can do at school to address the issues that affect the environment. It's always a good idea to get the community involved and speak up together against environmental issues. You can create awareness by lobbying and by marching on serious issues that affect your community. And now you can also join in the fun by entering the comic contest that the LAC has opened for all schools in Namibia.